Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. These are the words of the one who is searching, son of David and king in Jerusalem. Empty. Hello, everything is empty. Nothing is worth it. Nothing makes sense. What's left after a lifetime of hard work and pain? One generation comes, another goes, but nothing really changes. It's always the same old thing. The sun rises and sets, day after day, and it's always the same. The wind blows south, then turns north, spinning around and around, just to end up where it started, following the same path again. All the rivers flow into the vast ocean, but the ocean never overflows. The rivers keep running back into the sea, over and over again, always repeating the same route. It's all monotony, endless repetition. Nothing has real meaning. Do eyes ever get tired of seeing? Do ears ever get tired of hearing? What was will be again. What happened will happen again. There is nothing new under the sun. Year after year, it's always the same story. If someone shouts, "Hey, this is new," don't get excited. It's just the same old story recycled. Nobody remembers what happened yesterday. And the things that will happen tomorrow, no one will remember them either. Do you think you'll be remembered? Forget it. I am the one who is searching. I was king of Israel in Jerusalem. I investigated everything carefully. I explored all that is done under the sun. And let me tell you, there's nothing special here. God didn't make things easy for us. I've seen it all, and everything is just emptiness, like swimming against the current. What is crooked can't be straightened. Adding a zero to the left doesn't change the result. I said to myself, I have more knowledge. I am wiser than anyone who came before me in Jerusalem. I've accumulated wisdom and understanding. But here's the conclusion I reached. Chasing wisdom and knowledge also produces emptiness. It's like swimming against the current. The more you know, the heavier the responsibility. The more you learn, the greater the pain. Ecclesiastes, chapter 2. I said to myself, come on, let's live it up. Let's enjoy life. Let's have fun. But I discovered that this too is empty. After trying the good life, I realized it was madness. Pleasure alone isn't worth it. Chasing after thrills, is it really worth it? With the help of good wine, but keeping some common sense, I decided to dive into pleasure head-on. I was desperate to see if anything in this life is truly worth it. I launched great projects, bigger than anyone before me. I built houses, planted vineyards, designed gardens and parks, filled them with trees, built reservoirs to water orchards. I bought male and female slaves, and they gave me more slaves. I acquired huge herds and flocks, more than anyone in Jerusalem before me. I piled up silver and gold, treasures from kings and nations I conquered. I gathered singers for my entertainment, and I had what every man desires: beautiful women. I prospered like never before, surpassing all who came before me in Jerusalem. But I never let go of wisdom. Whatever I wanted, I took. I denied myself nothing. I did whatever I felt like doing, chasing pleasure in everything. That was my only reward for all the hard work. Then I stopped to reflect on everything I had done, all the sweat and struggle. And when reality hit me, I saw it was all emptiness, like swimming against the current. Nothing really matters in this life. So I tried to figure out the difference between wisdom and foolishness. And what would remain for the next king after me? Tough question. You just do what you can. That's it. Still, I saw that wisdom is better than foolishness. just like light is better than darkness. At least the wise can see where they're going, while fools stumble in the dark. But in the end, both share the same destiny. And when I realized my fate was no different from the fool's, I had a crisis. Why bother being wise? It's all emptiness. Nothing makes sense. The wise and the fool both end up dead. And soon, both are forgotten. It's sad. The wise and the fool die the same way. Period. So I hated life. Everything that happens under the sun is meaningless. It's all useless, like swimming against the current. I hated all the things I achieved, all the wealth I accumulated, because I can't take any of it with me. I'll have to leave it all for whoever comes after me. Doesn't matter who they are. They'll end up with everything I gained through so much painful work. That makes no sense at all. That's when despair hit me. I thought about giving up everything. What's the point of working so hard? Isn't it absurd to work like a slave, only to hand it all over to someone who never lifted a finger? It's pure madness. It's unfair. What do you get from endless work? Nothing but stress, pain, and sleepless nights. It's absurd. So I thought, the best thing you can do is enjoy life a little. Try to survive. That seems to be the divine plan. Whether life brings joy or suffering, God decides. God can give wisdom, knowledge, and joy to those who please Him. But sinners are stuck with hard labor, only to hand their wealth over on a silver platter to those who please God. And, in the end, it's all meaningless, like swimming against the current. Ecclesiastes, chapter 3. In this life, everything has its time. There's a right moment for everything. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to harvest. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build up. A time to cry and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to make love and a time to refrain. A time to embrace and a time to let go. A time to gain and a time to lose. A time to hold on and a time to release. A time to tear apart and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. But in the end, does any of this really make a difference? Think carefully. What God left us with is nothing but hard, heavy work. I know God has put everything in its right place at the right time, but He left us in the dark. We can't really know what He wants, not now and not in the future. So I discovered the best we can do is live life, enjoy it, and make the most of it. Eat, drink, savor the good things, and take what you can from your work. That's God's gift. I also concluded this: what God does is done. You can't add to it. You can't subtract from it. God does it, period. So stop questioning and respect Him with reverence. What's past is past. What's coming will come, and God will bring back the past again. Then I looked around at the world, and here's what I saw: politics, corruption, justice, even more corruption. I told myself, God will judge the righteous and the wicked. There's a time for everything. Nothing escapes Him. So I reflected. God is testing us, showing us that we're no better than the animals. Humans and animals share the same destiny. Both breathe the same air. Both die the same way. In the end, there's no advantage in being human. It doesn't make sense. It feels empty. All of us end up in the same place. We came from dust, and to dust we'll return. No one can be certain if the human spirit goes upward or if the spirit of animals goes down into the earth. So I concluded, the best thing to do is enjoy life. Take what you can from your work. That's all there is, because who really knows what happens after death? Ecclesiastes chapter 4. I looked around again and saw all the oppression happening under the sun. I saw people crushed by injustice, with no one to comfort them. On the other side, the oppressors full of power. And the oppressed had no one to stand with them. So I thought, the dead are better off than the living. But even better are those who were never born, who never had to witness all the evil done under the sun. Then I realized, most people's hard work and success are just driven by jealousy, wanting to outdo someone else. That too is emptiness, like chasing the wind. Fools fold their arms, doing nothing, and starve. But better to have one handful in peace than two hands full with stress, chasing the wind. I saw another absurd thing under the sun. Someone who lives all alone, no family, no kids, no one. Yet they never stop working, never stop piling up money. And they never even ask themselves, who am I working for? Why am I denying myself enjoyment? This too is meaningless. A sad and empty way to live. Two are better than one because they get more done together. If one falls, the other helps them up. But pity the one who falls with no one to help. If two lie down together, they keep warm. But how can someone alone keep warm? One alone can be defeated, but two can stand strong, and a cord of 3 strands isn't easily broken. Another case I saw, a poor young man rising up, replacing an old foolish king who no longer listens to advice. The young man came from prison and poverty, but still became king. I saw masses of people following him, everyone cheering. But soon, enough. A new generation came along, and they weren't impressed with him anymore. This too is emptiness, just chasing the wind. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. When you go to God's house, watch your step. Go there to listen, not to talk. Fools talk too much, but it's better to listen and learn. Don't rush into making promises or speaking before God. God is in heaven, and you're on earth. So choose your words carefully. Dreams come from too much worrying. Foolish chatter comes from too many words. If you make a vow to God, keep it. Don't drag your feet. God takes no pleasure in fools. Do what you said you would do. It's better not to vow at all than to make a promise and break it. Don't let your mouth lead you into sin. Don't say to the priest, "Oops, it was a mistake." Why should God be angry at your words and destroy the work of your hands? Too many dreams and too much talk lead to emptiness. Fear God instead. If you see the poor being oppressed or justice being twisted and denied, don't be shocked. Every official is watched by someone above them, and even higher officials keep watch over those. It's a whole chain of corruption. The truth is, the profit of the land is for everyone. Even the king depends on the fields. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with what they have. This too is meaningless. The more money you have, the more people show up to spend it with you. So what's the benefit of wealth, except to look at it? The sleep of a worker is sweet, whether they eat little or much. But the rich can't sleep, because their wealth keeps them up at night. I've seen a sad evil under the sun. Wealth hoarded to the harm of its owner. or wealth lost through bad business deals, leaving nothing for the children. Everyone comes naked from their mother's womb, and as they came, so they will go. They take nothing from all their toil to carry in their hands. This is a tragedy. As they came, so they go. And what do they gain? Working so hard for the wind. All their days they eat in darkness, with frustration, sickness, and anger. Here's what I've seen that makes sense. It's good for people to eat, drink, and enjoy their work under the sun during the short life God gives them. That's their lot. And when God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their work, that's a gift from God. Such people don't dwell much on the days of their life because God fills their hearts with joy. Ecclesiastes, chapter 6. I've seen another evil under the sun, and it weighs heavy on people. God gives someone wealth, possessions, and even honor, so they have everything their heart could want. But God doesn't let them enjoy it. Instead, strangers enjoy it. This is meaningless, a cruel tragedy. A man may have 100 children and live many years, but if he never enjoys the good things in life and doesn't even get a proper burial, I say a stillborn child is better off than him, for it comes in emptiness, and it departs in darkness. Its name is forgotten. It never saw the sun, never knew anything, and it has more rest than that man. Even if he lives 1,000 years twice over, but never enjoys life, don't all go to the same place? Everyone's hard work is for their mouth, yet their appetite is never satisfied. What advantage does the wise have over the fool? What do the poor gain by knowing how to conduct themselves before others? Better to enjoy what's in front of you than to chase after endless desires. This too is meaningless, like chasing the wind. Everything that exists has already been named, and what humanity is has been known. No one can contend with someone stronger than themselves. The more words, the more emptiness. And what good are they? For who knows what's good for a person? In life, during the few meaningless days they pass through like a shadow? Who can tell them what will happen under the sun after they're gone? Ecclesiastes, chapter 7. A good reputation is better than expensive perfume, and the day of death is better than the day of birth. It's better to go to a funeral than to a party, because death is the destiny of everyone, and the living should take it to heart. Frustration is better than laughter, because a sad face can make the heart wise. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of pleasure. It's better to listen to a wise person's rebuke than to listen to the songs of fools. Like the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of fools. This too is meaningless. Oppression can turn a wise person into a fool, and a bribe corrupts the heart. The end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. Don't be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger lives in the lap of fools. Don't say, "Why were the old days better than these?" It's not wise to ask such questions. Wisdom is as good as an inheritance, and it benefits those who see the sun. Wisdom provides shelter, as money provides shelter, but wisdom preserves the life of those who have it. Consider what God has done. Who can straighten what He has made crooked? When times are good, be happy, but when times are bad, consider this: God has made the one as well as the other. Therefore, no one can discover anything about their future. In this meaningless life of mine, I've seen both of these: the righteous perishing in their righteousness, and the wicked living long in their wickedness. Don't be over-righteous, neither be overly wise. Why destroy yourself? Don't be over-wicked, and don't be a fool. Why die before your time? It's good to grasp the one and not let go of the other. Whoever fears God will avoid all extremes. Wisdom makes one wise person stronger than 10 rulers in a city. Surely there's no one on earth who is righteous, no one who does what is right and never sins. Don't pay attention to every word people say, or you might hear your servant cursing. For you know in your heart that many times you yourself have cursed others. All this I tested by wisdom, and I said, I am determined to be wise. But it was beyond me. Whatever exists is far off and most profound. Who can discover it? So I turned my mind to understand, to investigate, and to search out wisdom and the scheme of things, and to understand the stupidity of wickedness and the madness of folly. I found more bitter than death the woman who is a trap, whose heart is a snare, and whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner she will capture. Look, says the teacher, this is what I discovered. Adding one thing to another to discover the scheme of things, while I was still searching but not finding. I found one upright man among 1,000, but not one upright woman among them all. This only have I found. God created mankind upright, but they have gone in search of many schemes.